Welcome to the podcast!
Hello!
Fellow human beings.
Wrong channel. I'm here with,
Me. I'm Allison.
and today we're talking about AI,
And how it's taking over everything.
while ironically using it to make the video better.
So the thing, okay, so AI has different uses. What we're doing is we did like there's like a filter on the screen. So it looks nice. We look pretty, you know.
And sound pretty.
And sound pretty. It takes out the background noise. So like if it's used in that way, okay, it's not really hurting anything. But when it's like making art or like the chat bots and stuff, because what's happening is it's drawing sources from art or language or other things that already exist, and it's learning, but really it's just accumulating more information that it just spits back out. So it's not learning anything, it's just taking other people's work and regurgitating it.
I think it's funny that I'm just completely silent on my own channel while you're just talking.
I have a lot to say about this.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about it?
Like, everything under the sun has AI now. Snapchat, at Windows,
Yeah. Oh, it's like
Google.
why does everything need AI? It
I
doesn't.
don't know. It's just
It doesn't.
so they can say, oh, we have this new thing now. It happened with stories when Snapchat came around, and it happened with short form content when TikTok came around. Yeah, I'm turning this light down, it's too bright. There. So.
But it's a trend, but it's a trend with not very good implications.
Yeah.
So, and like there was, okay, so like a few years ago, you're not on Facebook or anything like that, but there was this thing where it's like, oh, you put in your picture and it shows you your picture and all these different art styles and everything, and everyone was doing it. It was all over Facebook. You get like 10 pictures in like a comic book style or like whatever. And everyone thought it was great, but it's like, now that AI program has your face.
Yeah, it has all those pictures.
Database. It has your picture.
And
it learned from you.
Yeah, and just remember, this is a Facebook we're talking about. Yeah. If you don't know how bad Facebook is with privacy, oh, I could list a million examples.
So not only does Facebook have AI program has your face to learn from, to pick apart and regurgitate in its AI created images. And I like, to the people that don't understand why that's scary, I really don't know how to explain it, but it is scary and unsettling.
Like, AI that can make realistic looking people and realistic sounding voices is scary.
It can make you do anything.
Yeah.
Like, say, like right now, it's kind of in a way in its infancy, but as it gets stronger and learns more and collects more data and gets better at what it does, it can literally make anybody do anything.
Yeah.
So, like, you're gonna have to question, evidence in court cases. Is this photograph or this video of someone committing a crime real, or was it AI generated? Things like that.
That kind of reminds me of something funny I heard about. I heard about this ring with like an extra finger on it that like criminals would wear when doing crime, so the footage looks AI generated.
Scam the system.
No, it's just video get taken down for encouraging crime or whatever. If I really was encouraging crime, I'd tell you the brand name of the ring.
Yeah.
Of which I don't know.
Yeah, well then you can't influence, so.
Yeah. On to the more lighthearted subject. Everything is AI in it now. Microsoft Copilot, dumb as rocks. ChatGPT, also kind of dumb as rocks. but not as stupid as Copilot.
And the new Google search.
Oh my
thing
god.
that-
Google AI makes Copilot look like a
Oh
genius.
my god, it's hilarious.
The thing
It's-
telling you to eat rocks.
Again, it's scary. Look at this and be like, oh, I
Like-
should be eating rocks.
Yeah,
But
like, no one's smart enough to believe that. Like, seriously,
but
any
it's
Google
usually stuff
search.
that people are like dumb
Yeah.
enough to believe. So
Like-
don't believe when you like
Yeah.
search Google and you get the little blip at the top that's like
AI overview. Like,
don't listen to it, it's wrong.
Yeah.
It's probably
at the
wrong.
at the top of every search result is the funniest thing you'll ever see. Like, telling you to eat at least one small rock per day.
What were some of the other ones? I forgot, but there were some really funny ones. Like, one of them was like, it's normal to have worms in your penis or something like that.
Child friendly.
This is Google. It's not me.
That is weird.
Like that, yeah, it's like something like that, and it's like, yeah, this just stop.
Yeah.
Google,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
clearly
nobody
not
needs
ready
it.
yet.
It's not working, and we don't need it.
Yeah. And even when we choose the option for the podcast that isn't about YouTube, YouTube is still brought up.
Yes.
Google's working on, like, YouTube is going to add a sponsor block type thing to YouTube Premium, except sponsor block's free. And they're going to use, guess what? AI!
Yeah. I just don't know why everything needs to be AI. It's like,
It's just a buzzword at this point.
it's just a buzzword, and it's just like, I mean, I hate to be one of those people, but it's taking jobs away from actual
Yeah.
humans. So,
You know,
and creativity.
yeah. And AI can be straight up dangerous too.
Mhm.
Have you heard about recall?
Ooh, yeah, that scares me.
Yeah, Microsoft is releasing their new Copilot Plus PCs with their advertising to just won't shut up about how much better they are than MacBooks. But the real scary part is recall. So, if you somehow don't know what it is, recall is a piece of software that's being added to the Copilot Plus PCs that will take screenshots of your PC every few seconds. We'll take screenshots every few seconds and track every single thing you do on your computer. And all of that is stored unencrypted for any hacker to see.
That's the scary thing, because you can have your bank account information.
it
you
doesn't
can have
filter
your
anything.
passwords, You can have like all sorts of really sensitive information, and anyone can hacks into your computer can find that file and find all your whole history of everything you've done on the internet.
Yep. Apparently, people got so here's what it is. So Microsoft said they would encrypt it, didn't, and then are now saying, "Oh, now we're gonna encrypt it."
Oh wait, people don't like this, and it's
and that we lied about encrypting.
It's making us look bad. Yeah, we'll do the thing we said we were gonna do in the first place.
Yeah.
Now.
And also, apparently, it's gonna end up being an opt-in feature. So it's gonna be off by default.
Opt in.
Yes.
FYI.
Please keep it off.
Pro tip: don't opt in.
Yeah.
Recall.
And that doesn't just apply to teenage boys.
Wait, what are you implying?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But seriously though, no one should have recall on.
No.
And Apple, on a side note, Apple is doing AI too. They recently announced putting Apple Intelligence. Dumbest name for an AI.
Of course they call it that. Tim Cook, what are you doing?
They partnered with OpenAI, people who made ChatGPT, if you somehow didn't know that, to make all this. And so their iPhones and their Macs are all gonna have AI in them now. Oh yeah, and side note, iOS 18 looks an awful lot like Android. I have to say.
It's funny.
Seriously, they had a bunch of Android features.
That's
Okay,
weird.
we're getting off topic. But AI.
But I mean, like with a computer, like the Copilot and the other ones, that's not even useful.
Yeah, like
Like,
I don't even have the Copilot button showing on my taskbar. Because it's just so useless.
right. So like more companies don't need to add this. It's
Yeah.
not a good thing to begin
Yep.
with.
And of course, if you generate an image with Copilot and want to download it, then it'll open it in Edge, ignoring your default browser choice. That seems to happen a lot on Windows. Microsoft. We know. And also, like, Edge has AI built in too. They put Copilot in Edge too.
Yeah.
Basically the same thing as on Windows, as in Windows.
Yeah. Basically, AI has its place.
And
Can
the Windows taskbar is not
is
it.
not it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and also I forgot to talk about those Copilot Plus PCs don't just have recall. They also have another feature that's less hourly dangerous, but more, or just not really all that useful.
Hmm.
So they put AI in File Explorer. They just have an option to ask Copilot about a file you have downloaded. Which, the thing about that is, if you're downloading the file in the first place, you likely already know what it is.
Yeah. So then what's the point?
There isn't one.
That's the thing. It's like, so there are ways to implement AI intelligently, for lack of a better word,
Yeah.
and usefully, but then there's a lot of ways where it's just totally useless. It's just a buzzword just so companies can charge more or like hook you into some program or something.
Yeah.
And there are ways where it's really problematic and scary. Wake up. So it is something to keep an eye on and be
Yeah.
concerned about, frankly.
Yeah. Like, everything in the world does not need AI.
No.
Like,
No, it does not.
some things AI does genuinely help out in.
Mm.
Like, with this
Yeah,
video.
look at us.
Yeah,
It's
look
good.
at that. We look and sound better because of AI.
Mhm.
But other uses of AI aren't as good.
I don't want AI though taking my face and using it in their AI generated images.
Yeah. This AI software I'm using liter- has a has this option to like make it so your eyes are looking up at the camera.
It's so creepy.
It looks so creepy.
So creepy. I don't like that. Why would you want that? Like,
It even
so your eyes are always looking at the camera. It looks so weird.
it looks so wrong. It even looks bad on their website.
That's good when they can't even like
Make it look good.
make it look good. They can't even advertise it well.
They can't even advertise it well. They can't. It doesn't even look good on the website.
So you got really blurry when you put your head down. You got really
I
blurry.
can't see it.
That's AI. That's how that's AI for you. It doesn't recognize that there's a face because it's just your hair, so it blurs you out. That's the problem with AI is it's not actually intelligent. It's not an artificial intelligence in the sense that we know intelligence. It's just taking information and regurgitating it in a certain way.
Yeah. It's just taking in information and basically just scrambling it until it makes something that can be passed off as new.
Exactly. So keep that in mind when you think about AI is learning and blah blah blah, and it's not actually. It's not actual intelligence.
Yeah.
It's just a program that takes information, chops it up into lots of little pieces, reassembles it into something it can throw out and call new, like you said.
Yeah. And on another note, those AI chatbots are weird. Like before you had like Cleverbot and all that, like you could just tell it was AI.
Mhm.
But now they're getting scarily accurate. Like to the point where some websites have messages that just like they have to have messages that say everything here isn't real.
And that's scary too, because people are going to be thinking, especially young people who might not have the capacity to understand, they might be thinking that they're talking to a real person.
Yeah. And not just a computer.
Right.
Not just a combination of ones and zeros.
And people might get scammed because they think
Yeah.
they're talking to a real person. The AI is so good at imitating real humans that people can be like talked into doing all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So you don't only have to worry about weirdo strangers on the internet, you have to worry about weirdo computer programs on the internet too.
Why can't we just take some of that, instead of putting it in scams, maybe we put it on into those weird support chatbots on websites that never do anything right.
They're never good, and then
Yeah.
you end up having to like get a phone number to call a real person anyway.
Yeah. What's the point of those things? And we're getting off topic again, aren't we?
Was there anything else we want to say about AI?
Don't let it take over your entire life.
Don't let it take over the world. Don't let it get into government. That's the scary thing. Oh my god, imagine.
That just reminded me of something.
Huh.
So, like, wait, you continue?
Well, I was just going to say, imagine, like, you know, a computer program with artificial intelligence that's fed all these, like, laws and procedures and stuff, and then there's, like, that has its finger on, like, the button for, like, the, you know, nukes or whatever. Yeah. That's not good. That is not good. Governments don't implement AI. Yeah. Please, 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 please.
I heard police are gonna end up using it.
What for?
Like, they're gonna start using AI to write police reports.
That's not good. That is so good. So don't.
And something even worse is this thing called predictive policing.
No. Okay, there was a movie called Minority. I think it was Minority Report. I'm not sure, but it was like someone like they were predicting who was going to commit crimes, and people were getting like arrested and punished based on a prediction that they were going to commit the crimes. This is literally a like sci-fi horror movie coming to life.
Yeah, they're just collecting a bunch of data and doing that. There's like people at the very least. I think governments are passing laws banning it.
Good. Mm-hmm. Good.
Or if they're not, they should be.
They should be.
And people always think like, oh, this is better. AI is objective. It's not biased in any way. But you want to know something? If an AI is trained off of sources that are like, I don't know, for example, racist, then it'll be racist.
See, AI again is not its own intelligence.
Yeah.
It's trained by information that's put into it.
Yeah. Like if an AI is trained to be racist, then it'll be racist.
If an AI is trained by an oppressive racist system,
then it'll be oppressive and racist.
Yeah.
Wow, that just got heavy.
It did. Also, AI generated images are hilarious.
That Photoshop AI.
So one time you did, oh my god, you have to share this in like a community post or something. Remember you did the baby Yoda doing yoga?
Oh my god.
Hilarious.
I'll have to see if I still have those.
But yeah, that's amusing, but just also remember that it's
getting more realistic.
It's getting more realistic, but also those pictures that it creates that are hilarious are sourced from like actual photos of real people who may or may not have consented to having their image used.
Most likely not.
Most likely not. Real artists who most likely did not have consent to having their art put into this program and used.
There's already tools to like that like feed a bunch of garbage data to AIs that try to train off your work, that try to train off your art. There's already tools that do that.
Good. And there's lawsuits. Artists have filed lawsuits against, developers of AI programs for using their content.
Yeah. And like modern AI generated images they can either look really realistic or a lot of them just have that bootleg Pixar looking art style.
They're like fuzzy around the edges. Weird stuff.
And they just look like a Pixar animator got drunk. Like, then there's the Photoshop generative AI. So, the one of like, probably a few features that doesn't work in pirated versions of Photoshop, and it's not like I'd want it anyway.
Yeah.
It's not like you'd want it anyway. It's not good.
No. That's the thing. At this point, it's going to get better if they continue to use it, but at this point, AI generated art is not as good as real art. It doesn't have the soul. It doesn't have a message.
Yeah.
And as people, we are creative. I mean, there are theories that the part of our brain that deals with creativity and like forward thinking, seeing something that's not there, is a big part of what made us humans, what made us the animal that we are.
Made us big brain.
Big brain.
Or wrinkly brain.
Wrinkle brains. Our wrinkle brains.
That sounds so funny.
This. Yeah, so like if you all of the art is being created by AI, the artwork, the music, the writing and everything, that takes away so much from us. We need that. We are creative beings. We need to create. And if it's all being done by AI and it's not being done by people anymore, we're going to suffer more and more and more.
How did we get from talking about AI to just what makes humans humans?
Because AI is human. So heavy. I thought we were just gonna like make fun of stupid.
Yeah, I thought we were just gonna make fun of companies putting AI where it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And then we just got to what makes us human? Like, we're not philosophers. We're not philosophers.
No, we're just people. But
Yeah.
just open your wrinkle brain a little bit. Think about whether or not AI is really necessary and good in the way that it's being used.
I'll open my wrinkle brain. Kidding.
We put like the censored bar.
On final note, AI can be used correctly. A lot of times, it just isn't.